All right.
Hi guys.
Oh, we're good. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Today we are gonna talk about my birth story. So, where do I start? So I had an appointment literally that afternoon. I think it was 3:30, 4 o'clock. I think it was at like 3 actually. And she checked me, did a membrane sweep. Thank God for the membrane sweep though, because I was over it. I was over being pregnant.
Yep.
And she was like, "You're safe to go into labor." In fact, she told me, if you don't have this baby this weekend, on come Monday we are going to schedule to an induction,
Right.
because I'm a tiny person and I was already huge. Huge.
Huge.
But so did all that, came home, took a bath. My son's dad stayed with me for a little bit because we both had that feeling like it's going to happen. And then after like an hour or so, I went and took a bath and he left. And then right as I'm getting out of the bath, my water breaks.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, okay, I've been like leaking pee a little bit because I'd already been to the ER twice thinking my water broke, but it was not my water. And
I did the same thing.
I was like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up yet. I dried myself off, put my pants on. But before I forget to say, at my appointment, I was like 2.5 centimeters dilated.
Oh wow.
So she was like, it could happen at any point. I had already lost my, what is it called?
The mucus plug?
I had already lost my mucus plug because that scared me because I had heard about it,
I never lost mine.
but it was like more than I was expecting.
Right. I've heard that
I have
actually.
a picture of it
Oh
still
Lord.
because I sent it to my mom and I was like, what is this? She's like, honey, that's your mucus plug.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, after the bath, I'm all dried off and I know I'm dried off and I put my pants on and I think I went and got like a snack and I was like, my pants are really wet. So I don't understand how I was so calm in this situation.
Isn't that weird how like your body just
Because I called my baby daddy and he was actually going to go into town with one of his friends. And I was like, hey, my water just like for sure broke. Like, my pants are soaked. I'm like,
definitely didn't
turn
pee.
around. My water just broke. And I'm just chill. And if you know me, I freak out. It's my weird anxiety. I'm totally calm in situations like that. But then driving, I'm like, totally calm, went downstairs, went into my dad's office, and I'm like, hey, my water broke. And
Panicking.
he was like, do you need me to take you? And I was like, no, baby daddy's on his way. Like, it's fine. My stuff's already in his car.
Yeah.
And everyone around me is just like, and I'm just like, to do. I'll go get a towel to go sit on while I wait.
That's so funny.
And then we got to the hospital. And since my water had already broken, we had to go in through the emergency department. And of course, the office was closed. Well, I did call them and I was like, hey, my water broke. They're like, well, if you get here after, I think it's 6, you have to go through the emergency department. And since your water broke, you have to go through the emergency department. Which, got in the wheelchair. I'm contracting at this point, but it's like period cramp pain. So I was not in any rush. Like, I told my baby daddy to stop for food. Like,
right. You're like, I want to eat before I get this epidural.
Yeah. And we got chicken strips and JoJo's from Yolks.
Yum.
And then by the time we get there, the contractions are a little bit more painful, but I'm still talking and walking through them.
Right.
Like, I was walking around the hospital room holding a comb and all the fun stuff. And then that's when they kind of really started to pick up and they had me on a peanut ball.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of like the yoga ball, but they put it in between your legs.
Yeah.
And that helped. The bathtubs, she was like, you're not quite far enough along that you can't sit in the bath yet because they don't want you to have a water birth.
Right.
And the bathtub, huge. Like, I could have had 2 people could have had a water birth in there. That's disgusting. But like, it was huge. And you can turn off the lights, and they had like lights along the bathtub.
Oh, I love that.
I could have just sat in there the whole hospital stay. It was jetted.
Oh, that's nice.
It was so nice.
Like, I'll be here.
Yep, I'll be here if you need me. I think I ended up taking like 2 or 3 baths because why not?
Yeah, use up their water.
And I was really nervous, but I was also in so much pain that I wasn't trying to think about it too much. but there was a lot of other women having babies that day.
Mm-hmm.
So the anesthesiologist, the epidural guy, is like the drug guy, as I was referring to him as that day. That's what I was calling him.
Where's the drug guy?
He was literally so busy that it was like a question on if I was going to get the epidural or not.
No.
And I'm like, I was in pain. I was like, give me the epidural, like ASAP. Because I was kind of iffy on if I wanted it.
Right.
But then at that point, I was in the hospital bed, couldn't breathe barely. Like people, they had to remind me to keep breathing.
Yep.
And I was in a lot of pain, and then he finally walked in, and I think I said something along the lines of, "Ah, the drug guy."
I love that.
And at that point, like ironically, for someone who has as many tattoos and piercings as I do, I hate needles.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I didn't have any tattoos though, but ironically, for someone, I hate needles. But at that point, that felt like nothing.
Right.
That felt like nothing. It was like a little prick in my back.
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't give me enough of the dosage the first time,
Right.
so I could feel my catheter.
Oh.
And I was telling my baby daddy, press the call button, please press the call button. And he's like, just give it a minute. And I'm like, press the call button.
Yeah, no.
I can feel my catheter, and this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, and then after they gave me the second dose, I fell asleep. And at this point, it's probably 1:00 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
I cannot remember if I started pushing at 3 or 4, but I slept for a good chunk, which was so nice.
Yeah.
And then I woke up with I have to poop.
Uh-oh.
And I knew at that point, because everyone I had talked to was like, if you feel like you have to poop at the hospital and you're already like far along, press your call button.
Yep.
So I was like, press the call button. And he's like, but you said you feel like you have to poop. And I was like, that means the baby's coming.
Yep.
That means he's
there.
on his way.
Yep.
And he was like, oh, that actually makes sense. And then I started getting the labor shakes, and the amount of nurses that come into the room when you are about to have a baby
There's a bird now.
is insane. But at that point, you don't care.
Yeah, no.
Because like me now, I would have been like, did any of you see my cooch in my butt?
Yeah.
But at that point, I did not care. And I pushed from 3 or 4, and I had him at about 7.
Oh,
7
wow.
on the dot. I had him at 7 on the dot.
Dang.
Because it was funny because my doctor was clocking in that morning to be the on-call doctor at 7. So she was literally clocking in as he was entering the world.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then I had hyperemesis, whatever it's called, my entire pregnancy, the really severe morning sickness.
Mm-hmm. I had that too.
And which caused me to throw up while I was in labor, which was not fun. So if you look at the picture, the first picture I have of me and Hunter, there's a little green stain on the back of the pillow. It's from me throwing up.
Yep.
But after they gave me the epidural, I was fine. I also think they might have given me nausea meds. And then he was born at 7:00 on the dot. The only reason we had to stay an extra night in the hospital is because he literally wouldn't pee.
Dang.
And I would say the only thing I did not like about that hospital stay was I wasn't a huge fan of the lactation consultant.
Yeah, when I had my lactation consultant, the first one, she was extremely rude. Extremely. And then like she asked me to like hand express, and I did, and it sprayed her on accident, and she flipped out on me. And I was like, this is what you do for a living. Like yeah, she's like, that's nice.
They gave me one of the little cover things, and I was like, what am I was like, I need you to explain this to me better.
Yeah.
And he just wouldn't latch, and then he had a good latch, and then didn't.
Yeah.
But he literally wouldn't pee, but he pooped on me.
Oh, there you go.
Within, I don't remember what it's called when they put them on your chest.
The the skin to skin.
The skin to skin. I know there's like a sunrise, some kind of fancy term for it. Golden hour.
Oh,
golden hour. He pooped on me within the first 5 minutes of golden hour.
Oh.
Baby newborn tar.
Yeah, the marconium stuff. That's what Joseph swallowed.
So gross, but I didn't care.
Yep.
At that point, I was like,
this is my baby.
This is my baby. Like,
oh,
was crying. I FaceTimed my mom when he was on my chest because they told me they were like I was good. And then one of the nurses was like, Mom needs to get off the phone. I'm like, my mom's getting ready to go to work, and I just had her grandbaby.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Some nurses, I feel like, are just not really good bedside manner.
No. And I was like, okay, I gotta let you go. And then I think she came and saw me on like one of her breaks, or she took time off. But it was nice to have people in the hospital, because at first I was like, nobody's coming to the hospital.
I kind of did that too a little bit. Like, I wanted it to be us, like our little family. And then when we got home, people could come visit the baby. And that just, yeah.
Yeah. And then my grandma was like, I'll bring you Dutch Bros. And I was like, okay. Oh my God. Watching the contractions on the monitor after I had the epidural was kind of crazy. Oh, the contractions on the monitor? Because they show them on the screen to see how close together they are, and how my baby daddy was like, oh my goodness, that looks like it would hurt, and you don't feel that? And I remember they have you do the practice pushes, and we did a couple, and then she was like, okay, stop pushing, but I guess it's because Hunter was literally almost
right
here.
There, yeah.
Which is crazy to me that I pushed for so long. But I would say, other than like the lactation consultant, I had a really good hospital stay. I had a lot of food brought to me, which was so nice.
Some things that I loved was the food was so good, and everyone told me it was going to be disgusting.
I wasn't a huge fan of the hospital food, but I only had eaten the chicken and JoJo's, and then I just didn't eat after that.
Yeah.
Until after I had Hunter. My mom made my baby daddy order me the hospital food because I was being shy and anxious about it.
Yeah. It is weird, yeah.
I don't know why, but that's just how I am. I hate
ordering.
Had it been on like an app, I would have been totally fine. But I had to call. And so my mom made my baby daddy help me with that.
Good.
She was like, please make sure she eats.
Yeah.
And then my baby daddy's mom brought us a sandwich to share, but he had already eaten my leftover hospital food because I was like, I don't really want this. And it was like one of those ginormous, like huge gas station subs. I ate the whole thing.
Yep. That are like pepperoni and salami. Oh, I love those.
But it was like thick. Because I don't know where he went. I think he went to go talk to his dad, like on the phone. Like, everything's good, like blah, blah, blah. And he was like, where'd the sandwich go?
Yeah.
In my belly. I ate it. He was like, well, you did just have the workout of a lifetime. Like, there was absolutely no judgment behind it, which obviously understandable. I hadn't eaten in a while.
Well, and then being able to keep the food down after is like, I'm actually full.
I was. Oh, did I turn this back on? Okay. Imagine.
It's just off. Oh, mine's on too. Okay.
But I was still hungry after that sandwich. And I had brought like a couple bags of like chips and granola bars. I think I ate all of those too.
Yeah, we brought a few snacks that were gone.
So our advice to you is, everyone says bring a few snacks. Bring a whole snack bag.
Yeah.
Like, I think I brought like a couple like body armors too that I went through pretty quickly.
Yeah.
In our I almost said hotel room. Our hospital room had a mini fridge in it.
So did ours, yeah.
So, which ironically, they wouldn't let you put breast milk in.
Really?
There was a giant sign that says, please no breast milk in here.
Maybe because people left it all the time.
Or like spilling. And
right.
That makes sense. But like, so our hospital had, both of our hospital rooms had mini fridges. So, anyways.
Sorry.
I'm trying not to think about it.
Yeah, it's gone.
Go get it. And then my son's papa, his dad's dad, called him.
Okay, go poop.
And was like, what does Cara want to eat? And I was like, panda.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then I think that's when I finally started getting full. Oh. But the other thing is, breastfeeding makes you so hungry.
Yes, it does.
I didn't really have any complications other than I had the strep B whatever weird thing that they have to give you the medication for,
which is literally just like strep. Like, it's like the bacteria of
except
strep.
It's not in your throat.
Yeah.
It's
down there.
Downtown. But I was like, how do you get that? And she's like, bacteria. And I was like, I am a bath person.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much anymore. More recently, I've been more of a shower person, but like pregnancy and even before
Yes.
pregnancy, I
Well,
was,
yeah, standing in the shower was like
oh
excruciating
my
to me. Like
God,
I wanted
yeah.
to sit. I even made Darren put a chair in the shower for me at one point.
Our shower wasn't big enough for that. But yeah, I was definitely like, I was, I don't think I ever said how far along I was. I think I was like 37 weeks and 6 days on the day I went into labor. Because when I finally had him, I would have been 38 weeks.
Right.
Um, it was about 38-ish weeks when I had him. Um, I knew I didn't want to get induced because I've heard so many horror stories about the balloon, and
Yeah.
that scared me. And then Hunter was like, nope. Literally, like an hour after we got home is when I went into labor. And I was like, it's a 30-minute drive back to the hospital. You couldn't have done that when I was still in town. Like,
Right. Yeah.
because how convenient would it have been if my water had broke at the doctor's office?
That would have been perfect.
I'm already in a hospital.
Send me there.
Like, my doctor's office was literally in the hospital that I gave birth in.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then they have the giant mirror that they ask if you want to watch. I was like, no.
That scares me
But
a
one
little.
of the ceiling tiles was like metal. I couldn't see exactly what was happening, but I could see its head.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, whew, he's got a lot of hair.
Yeah.
So the midwife, I don't know if it's a midwife tale or if there's actually like science behind it of the heartburn.
Yep.
I had so much
I
heartburn.
had the worst heartburn, and Joseph also had a lot of hair.
He was born with a little mohawk.
Yeah, that's so cute.
But yeah, I would say definitely nowhere near as scary as yours, but definitely.
Well, like I was saying, I feel like all birth is a little scary, no,
Well, yeah,
regardless.
because
It's for one, it's a huge change. Your life is changing.
when one of the times the last times I was nesting, because I think I rearranged Hunter's nursery like 4
Oh yeah,
times
definitely.
in the week that I went into labor, because I went
Mhm.
into labor on a Friday.
Yeah.
And I rearranged his room, and I was like,
That is so funny. I went into labor on a Friday also.
that's so funny. But there's a butterfly. I rearranged his nursery like 4 times, and finally did his last load of laundry because he had so many clothes that I organized so many times.
Yep.
And I had a moment of, oh my god, these clothes are so tiny. And then I was like,
wait, they're actually huge.
he has to come out of where? Oh my god, these are huge.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
But he was,
Butterfly is so cool.
right?
It's a sign.
And it keeps going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
He was 7 pounds, 8 ounces.
Here it comes. This is your sign. If you, I don't know what is a butterfly sign. Someone I thought dragonflies were someone you love.
And then we're talking about our birth stories.
Yeah, and both of us have had like crazy things also.
And it's like staying over here for the most part.
It is. It's like circling us almost. I say it's your sign that everything's going to be okay. Regardless, just plan for everything.
No matter what, and we don't share these to like scare you.
No.
Especially if you are a first-time mommy or having your first pregnancy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare for anything.
Yes. My thing was like literally 1 in a million, so it was crazy. I actually don't even think I said in my episode, but the reason that all happened was because 10% of my placenta had died.
Yeah,
And
I don't think
so
you said anything about that.
I don't think I did either. But yeah, that's what happened to me, and that is if anything's wrong with your placenta, it's because of your husband or your baby daddy, or it's from the father's genes. So thank you, Darren.
I read something, I will have to fact check this, but a while ago I saw something that was like your morning sickness has to do with the father's genes. Yep. And I was like,
thanks.
I had to be put on 2 different kinds of nausea meds.
Yeah, same.
My entire pregnancy.
Mm-hmm. Men.
Literally. But yeah, I think I kind of just went everywhere. I think I talked about everything that happened, though. giant sandwich. I still think about that sandwich. It's the best meal I've ever had.
Good.
Gas station. That thing was large.
I love a good old sub
It
sandwich.
still baffles me that I ate the whole thing. Because it was like a foot long, but it was thick. But yeah, I think that's everything. Prepare for anything, be calm.
Yes.
Because I had to tell a couple people, relax. Everything is going to happen how it happens, and I need you to be calm with me. Because if you start freaking out, I'm going to freak out, and I need to be calm.
Your body knows what to do, and you just have to relax enough to let it do its thing.
Yeah, because they were like, stop pushing, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
This is my body doing its thing. Get your people in here so that I can have this damn baby.
I 100% think that your body does know what it's doing, like it does, but your state of mind is going to be like the make or break of how it goes almost.
I know, and I kind of really want to do a home birth for my next one.
My sister-in-law, she is like done all sorts of research and is really, really wanting to go with like as most holistic and natural as she can, which I love that. I wish I could.
Kind of want to, but it also scares me. I guess it'll depend on my husband. Well, no, because of how picky I've been.
Our butterfly's back. Yeah. I would have definitely, especially if my first birth would have been different. I was so for like I would do a home birth, but Darren was not for it at all. He was terrified. And then after Joseph, I'm kind of like, a hospital sounds good.
I think if anything, I do it like one of those doula centers. Where obviously there's trained people. I would have a doula either way, but the doula centers, there's trained people. They know when you need to go. When they can't help you, when medical intervention is needed.
100%.
But I would also love to try without like any medication, but at the same time. Shout out to our girl Kaylin though.
Yeah,
this girl. She does it unmedicated, doesn't she?
I honestly don't remember if she said she got an epidural or not.
Because I know she said she didn't like them. Like that's insane to me. That takes a strong woman.
Yeah, she's superwoman.
Literally, 4 times.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, I think I've said everything I need to say, or this will be an hour long.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.